Hello everyone, welcome to my review of the NERF Fortnite SP-L. This blaster takes their inspiration from the Fortnite video game. I'm not a fan of Fortnite, but my kids play a lot of Fortnite. To be honest, I was a little skeptical about buying a Fortnite themed blaster. I thought this was just a cheap gimmick by Fortnite to sell more Nerf guns. It is similar in appearance to the NERF Fortnite DPE, but that's where it ends between them. I believe many people have had problems with the NERF Fortnite DPE in the past, but I think Hasbro redeemed themselves with the SP-L. As right off the bat, I was really impressed with the blaster when I held it for the first time, obviously looking past the Fortnite attraction. Boy, was I glad I got the pistol. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. First, the physical overview. First of all, the front of the barrel is a standard Nerf and Strike extension lug, and it does come with a front nozzle attachment that appears to be a silencer. The attachment cut out on one side, and the front has this oval shape to it. Holding it, you can tell it was made with the right amount of plastic as the pistol, so Hasbro hasn't cut corners in that area. So well done, Hasbro. You can attach other Nerf extensions to the blaster. It can as well use the silencer on other Nerf compatible blasters. Next, on the top and bottom of the barrels, you have no tactical rails to mount any scopes or any other attachments to the pistol. On the bottom part, you have this rail looking cutout, but it's not a tactical rail. But you do have a front iron sight and some sort of scope looking sight towards the rear of the blaster here. Next is the loading mechanism. You load the pistol from the top by racking back the top barrel to reveal this opening where you can load 3 darts into the spring loading mechanism. Moving on, there are no battery trays obviously. This is not a flywheel blaster, and we do not have any sling mounts on the blaster. I guess Hasbro wanted to keep the blaster close to the Fortnite design as much as possible. No problem there. The blaster features a primer, which is how you ready the blaster to shoot. The blaster needs to be primed after every shot. Unfortunately, you cannot slam fire this blaster, but you can get fast reloads and priming to get those pew pew flying, which is awesome. We'll talk about that in a little minute. There's a little unjamming button to the side here in case you need to unjam the blaster, but since I've owned it, I haven't had any kind of issues with it. Moving on to the trigger. Obviously, this is a spring-loaded blaster with a primer. You do not have a rev trigger on the SP-L, just a primary trigger. The pull is smooth. I think they're okay. I didn't find any issues with the trigger after using it for a while. And finally, the grip. The grip is beautiful. It fits in my hand so well. It's one of my favorite grips from all of the blasters that I own. Well contoured, just enough, and very good in the hand. I love the size of the grip. It matches well with the rest of the blaster and keeps its balance really good. The texture feels nice as well. Looks good and feels good. Perfect. Now to my experience with the blaster. First, the design. I don't play Fortnite, never have, never will. I cannot tell if the design is exactly as it is in the game. The sights on the pistol do not do anything to improve the accuracy. They are more of optics and to make the blaster look cool. Also, this little piece here at the back, I have no idea what its function is. Probably just to keep your hand steady when you're holding the blaster, I guess. I like the colors and the patterns etched on the blaster. It's keeping with the Fortnite SP-L theme, I guess. Hasbro tried to make sure the replication from the game was exact, so no fault to them on that side of things. The small difference will be the orange painted on the front iron sights and the trigger. That's the only difference that I could see. The color scheme flows through on the suppressor as well. You have Fortnite on one side of the extension and NERF on the other side. The suppressor has some damage to it now, as you can see. I'm not sure how that happened, but it definitely took a beating. Fortnite is imprinted on one side of the blaster in black and then yellow on the other side of the blaster. I really like the SHH inscribed on the lowest sides of the blaster here. Little detail like this to indicate the blaster is meant to be a silent pistol. I find it really cool too. Nice touch, Hasbro. The grips, like I said before, they're very okay. I'm not complaining about them. Instead, these blasters might very well be targeted towards little kids who play Fortnite, but for an adult hand, it fits really well and I like the grip. Now moving on to the weight. The blaster has the right amount of weight to it. Even with the attached barrel, it doesn't feel heavy. Hasbro says it's suitable for 8 years plus, but I think kids who are under 8 would be able to use the blaster with ease, especially priming the blaster. They wouldn't have any difficulty with pulling back and racking it forward as well. With the silencer attached to the blaster, it becomes a bit long in my opinion. This affects keeping the blaster in the holster. I would recommend putting the blaster in the holster without the barrel attachment. I'm yet to see a custom holster for the SP-L. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you have seen one or know where I can buy one online. Now to my favorite part of the blaster, priming. The priming action is my favorite part of this pistol. It is the best I have ever seen from Hasbro so far in my opinion. I derive so much joy from priming this pistol. You just want to keep priming the blaster after every shot. I would say though, initially, I was a little bit not happy with the fact that the blaster only took 3 darts, but after shooting, priming, and reloading a few times, I was hooked on the priming. It is so good that you can prime it with one hand. Check this out. Two years on, and priming is still very smooth. It feels nice and has the right amount of friction to it. There's no lagging, and I don't think I've ever had any problems with the primer. Also, the rear sights acts as a stop for your hand when you grab hold of the primer to rack it back and forth. Several times I've picked up the blaster and not realized it's been primed and left on the side by one of my kids, so I try to prime it again. In situations like this, you feel this tension or resistance to the pull when you try to prime the blaster. This gives you an indication that the blaster is primed and ready to shoot, so do not force it. One more thing is the sound of the priming. It's like music to my ears. Now to my issue with the SP-L. The issue I have with the SP-L pistol nozzle or suppressor thing. It looks cool and gimmicky, but my issue with it are 1. It does not fit firmly to the pistol. So when you're running around with the pistol, it feels like the extension is about to fall off at any time, and this causes you to be wary of it instead of concentrating on finding the enemy. Secondly, the silencer does not help with the noise from the blaster when you fire it. Silly me thinking that a silencer would reduce the sound from the blaster, giving you some sort of stealth option. There's no difference between firing the silencer and firing without the silencer. Now to the dart. The blaster uses a standard elite type dart and loads 3 darts at a time. It comes with 6 light blue with purple head darts, but for this video, I switched them to the yellow darts to make it look cooler, I guess. Overall, I think kids would love playing with the blaster, especially those who are into the Fortnite game. It would make a nice birthday or Christmas present, considering it is just a lot cheaper now compared to 2 years ago when I first purchased it. Adults like myself would love the blaster a bit more if it did not have the whole Fortnite label and could hold more darts, maybe 5 or 6 darts. That would be even cooler. Anyway, please like and leave a comment below about your experience with the Fortnite SP-L pistol. Thanks for watching. See you next time.